Hey guys, Dylan here, and today we're doing yet again another Captain's Log video. Now, in case you guys missed the point of the Captain's Log videos on the last video that I did on Gibby, the Captain's Log videos are just meant to be a little vlog type series where I talk about Christian related subjects without having to meet the standards of my other series. Usually when I talk about Christian, I'm either watching a video of his, or I'm reading an article about him, or I was reading tweets about him. I had multiple different formats that I used to use to talk about Chris, and I just wanted to try out something new, which is why I'm in random settings of Chris's room. I have this yellow filter over the video. It's to fit the aesthetic and the theme of the series. And I'm not going to be showing anything on the screen because it is meant to be a vlog. You wouldn't see that in old vlogs of the 2000s, you wouldn't see that in old vlogs that Christian did, so you won't really see that here. Now, I know that my character had some issues yesterday with his emotions and his head tweaking. That's because I had my Discord open and it was being a bit buggy. Hopefully today the character looks a little bit more animated, a little bit more lively. I'm going to be trying to get him working a little bit better. I do admit that it was a little wonky yesterday. But enough talking about me, and let's get on to the subject of today's video. That being a discussion about Christian going to court. Now, for those of you guys who didn't know, the fallout of the whole incest stuff that happened over a week ago, Christian went to a hotel, or a motel, and he ended up renting a place there because he couldn't stand being in his car for a night while Noel gave him $1,000. So Christian decided to instead steal $700 from his mom and get a shitty motel. And while he was there, Ethan Ralph of the kill stream decided to try to harass him and get him to turn against Josh. Wouldn't happen to begin with. It was a dumb idea, but whatever. Ethan Ralph is a dumb man. And Chris ended up getting arrested. Now, he didn't get arrested for stealing Barb's money, but stealing Barb's money may have broke the protective order, which made the police investigate to begin with. So right now that's kind of up in the air, but that has not been publicly been made the reason why he got arrested. Publicly, the reason why he got arrested is for incest. So I just assumed that this was already going through, and now it's finalized. We don't have any reports on Barb's rape kit or whatever they used to test her, whatever they were doing in the hospital. We have no news on any of that. So that's kind of up in the air. Now, since all of that is out of the way, the shit show, the summary, let me tell you what I think is probably going to happen with the court case. Now, I think in the worst case scenario, Christian will be sent to a male prison. I don't think Christian is going to be sent to a female prison. They've already made that obvious by saying that he would be going to a male prison. Now, I know they're respecting Christian's gender, and they acknowledge that he is a female. But the reason why that they will be sending him to a male prison if he ends up going to prison or jail is because he is someone who is being charged for sexual related crimes, and he has a penis. He sexually assaulted a woman. They don't want to take the chances of him sexually assaulting more women. So it would be smart to send him to a male prison. Now, they didn't say that was the reasoning, and I can't prove that's the reasoning, but chances are that's the reasoning. You wouldn't want to send a sexual offender to prison full of women when they have a dick and will sexually assault women. Now, do I think Christian would actually sexually assault anyone? I don't fucking know at this point. I used to say no, but at this point, anything could happen. Now, despite a lot of people thinking that jail is going to happen, I think there's actually a second option that is more likely to happen than jail. I think that, judging by the lawyer that Christian got, which, by the way, he got a really good lawyer. I don't know how he was able to get a good lawyer, but Christian has a good lawyer. Maybe it's for the attention of the case. I don't know. But Christian has a pretty good lawyer. And I think the lawyer is going to play up Christian's craziness. He's going to bring up the dimensional merge stuff. He's going to bring up the harassment that Christian has suffered throughout the years. He's going to bring up the fact that Christian was labeled as an adult child multiple times, and he's going to try to get Christian sent to a mental institution. I think that this is the better option, if you ask me, between going to jail or going to an institution. I'd rather Christian be in an institution. And the reality of things is that regardless of how things turned out, if Chris did mess with his mom or not, when his mom died, he was going to be homeless. So I'd rather him go to a institution where they will take care of him. They will be sure that he's taking his meds. They'll be sure that he's all right, than for him to end up homeless in a few years anyway. I think that this is probably the best outcome we could get. A lot of people have been saying that Christian needed help for years, mainly because of the whole dimensional merge shit. And I think that this is probably the only way that Christian will get help is if they force him to get help. So, yeah, I do think that that is highly likely. But yet again, to humor the whole him going to jail option, that might happen too, because Christian is a multiple offender. Christian has been in court multiple times for multiple different crimes. Once for hitting Michael Snyder with his car, and then once for macing a GameStop employee. So Christian has had run-ins with the law before. Virginia has laws in place about multiple time offenders, so he might not get any mercy because of him having a history of doing stupid shit. But then again, he's also autistic, so him being mentally disabled might get him some pity points from the court. So I don't know really which way this is gonna go. If you asked me my honest opinion and said which one do I think is more likely to happen, I think it would be that Christian gets sent to a mental institution. And really, I don't see anything wrong with that. The man is obviously having issues. Apparently, he thinks it's okay to fuck his mother. So there are some serious problems that they need to work out with him. I'm curious what you guys think, though, and I'm curious what you guys thought of this video. This is more of a discussion type series. I wasn't really going to make this an expose series. I wasn't really going to make this a big drama series. I just wanted a way for me to have a conversation with you guys without it having to be heavily formatted and without it having to have like strict limitations to it. Because normally when I do videos like this, they're in the guise of me reading a tweet, me reading an article, or me watching a video. I would like to have a series where I just talk to you guys. Hopefully my character was a bit better animated today. I really messed around with the settings to try to get him to look more lively, get him to have a bit more expression to him. I know that he looks a bit dull, but I want that. I want him to look dull because I don't want exaggerated expressions, because I'm not a very expressive person in real life, so I wouldn't want to pretend like I am when I'm using this character. But hopefully you guys like this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you really like this video, then share it. And if you want to see more, then subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.